for Bruce Power's part of the
You know, we've talked a lot about the Nuclear Innovation Institute and what it means to industry. This is the NII's first international partner. That's what's significant about today. So NII is about creating a nuclear center of excellence here in Bruce Grey and Huron counties. And we want to bring international partners to that work. We have done work with Strathclyde University for a number of years. Obviously, they have tremendous linkages throughout the nuclear industry, and this is really bringing a lot of that work we've been doing with them and their expertise here to Bruce County, and vice versa. You know, we have an industry that's globally focused. We have a capacity that won't only serve the Bruce site. We talked a bit about that at County Council, where we talked about 52 suppliers. What does that mean? Well, obviously they're supplying Bruce Power, but we want them to develop capabilities to supply nuclear plants all over the world. That's good for our economy in the area. So the Strathclyde partnership is about, first and foremost, the Nuclear Innovation Institute's first international partner based here in Bruce County. And number two, it provides the links for our suppliers to do work outside of the country and continue to build that. So I think it's a great step. I think it's leveraging relationships we have, and that's exactly what we want to do.
I guess I mentioned we talked to Duncan about this, and it seemed like there wasn't too much difficulty in convincing him that to join in this partnership.
No, I mean, Bruce Power has an existing relationship with Strathclyde, so there's a lot of technical work, innovations that we have underway on site that we are working with them closely on. Our chief engineer sits on the advisory board of Strathclyde, so we are heavily involved. Phil Wilson, our former vice president of technical development, Frank Saunders, are part of Strathclyde now. So as we look to create a new center of excellence here, Strathclyde is one of the first people you go to say, we want an international partner. Will you be part of this Bruce County-based organization? And they were thrilled to be part of it. If you're Strathclyde, you look at it and say, you're becoming part of an innovation institute that locally engages with 52 suppliers, 52 organizations. So it's a win-win. And I think, if we think about economic growth in Ontario, we want our nuclear industry to be a growth industry beyond refurbishment. Growth industry means we export. We currently export isotopes. We want to do more of that. But we also want all of the nuclear suppliers you see here today to be exporting to plants around the world. A lot of the organizations that Strathclyde is working with, they engage with plants all over the world, and that's what we want to build on. But Strathclyde was happy to be part of it.
So how much of a physical presence will they have here? Will there be more representatives?
Absolutely.
Working directly with Bruce Power?
So once we land and make an announcement on the location for the Institute, obviously once the Institute's in place, we will be working with Strathclyde to actually have a physical presence of Strathclyde here. In fact, they have appointed an individual to be a liaison, former vice president at Bruce Power, who does work with Strathclyde as a liaison for exactly that reason. So yes, Strathclyde will be physically involved and engaged in what we're doing here. So it's really great bringing an international partner of that caliber here in Bruce County.
And so what is that announcement with the NII?
So we're working on that, John. It's no secret of the fact that we ran into challenges with the Southampton location. We could have advanced with the Southampton location, but fundamentally, we do not want the location of the NII to become a distraction for what is going to happen in the NII. So we're committed to looking at a location in Saugeen Shores. I can tell you the county, the mayor in particular, the CAO, they've been very engaged with us. We are looking at a couple of options in Saugeen Shores to achieve that. We don't want to be part of a distraction in Southampton. I actually personally believe the majority of people in Southampton strongly supported that location.
They do.
And I agree with that. But we can't have when you're trying to bring international partners, when you're bringing CEOs and you're attracting money, we can't have somebody blowing a whistle at a community event. We need to be unified. And so, we're not going to let that kind of dominate the long term, but in the short term here, what we need to do is get a location in place and get the positive news out on NII.
Good. Thank you very much.